we're just going to jump right in and welcome you. You are our star in this visit, and people in these familiar faces that you know some of and not others. And yes, my name is Kathy Pondy, and I am the Director of Student Programs for the Arizona Council on Economic Education and the coordinator for the stock market game here in the state of Arizona. And we are here to celebrate you and your Arizona State champion winner in the high school division for the InvestWrite essay contest.
Thank you.
Yay.
So just a little bit about the what this program is, and then we're going to have everybody introduce themselves, and I'm going to share some pieces of your essay to kind of remind you and bring, right, you might be like, I remember I wrote that, but and just give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about your inspiration for the particular essay you wrote. So the InvestWrite contest is a component of the stock market game. The stock market game is a program that the teachers, Mr. Pinda, one of them, choose to embed into their courses. It's a 12-week game where students work in teams of 3 to 5 students to invest a hypothetical $100,000 portfolio. It's a real-time experience where what they're choosing, they choose what stocks, bonds, and mutual funds to invest in. And the prices that their value is based on is what they are really based on in the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ, and in today's economy, and in today's current events, and this war in Ukraine, and 12% inflation, and all these things that the students are having to really kind of monitor under the guidance of their teacher. So InvestWrite, about midway through the game, that is an option. It is not something that's required, and we're going to kind of learn, what Ashlynn's participation was based on. They're given a prompt, and the students at high school division are asked to write an essay of no more than, I think it was 1,000 words, directed based on this prompt, and it to reflect their learning experience in the stock market game. Right? That's kind of that in a nutshell. And then the teachers submit the essays, and from all the essays submitted for each state, an outstanding high school winner is selected, and then they are advanced to a national judging in only 10. So although you were not selected in that top 10, you were selected as the Arizona State winner. And was it a surprise?
Yes, I was very surprised. My mom called me and she was like, "Did you know you won?" And I was like, "What?" And I looked at my email and I saw an email from Mr. Pinda, and I was like, "Oh, all right." So.
Well, let's take a moment to have everybody introduce themselves and kind of their role in relation to Ashlynn and to Dysart District. And so, Ashlynn, we'll start with you. Just, obviously you know your name, but maybe just a little bit about your grade or your current life situation. And then we'll go to your mom, and I'll take us through that.
All right. So currently I'm at work, which is also why I was late, and I apologize for that. We have a lot going on right now. I was just promoted as assistant manager this week. So this is my 3rd day, I think. And in August, I'm leaving. Sorry for the noise. I'm leaving to go to Tucson, University of Arizona, and studying elementary education. So very excited for that.
That's fantastic. Lori, you want to introduce yourself?
So I'm Ashlynn's mom, and her dad and I obviously are very, very proud of her. Ash is our one and only, and my role in all of this obviously is a mom, but I'm also the lead school counselor at Valley Vista. There's a team of 6 of us, and I've been here since the school opened. And so we've gotten to see our programs, much like Mr. Pinda's program, grow and morph into these amazing opportunities for our kids. So thank you, Mr. Pinda.
Mr. Pinda, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Hi, I'm Mitchell Pinda. I was Ashlynn's econ teacher this year. This was my 3rd year teaching. First winner for the InvestWrite competition, so that was exciting.
Something about a banner. Is there a banner involved?
I don't know. I'll make myself.
We'll make something happen. You got it. It's going to be up there at Valley Vista.
Yeah, and some other great accomplishments from our econ program this year, real quick, is we got 3rd and 4th in the state for the stock market game. And there is another form of the stock market game called the Capitol Hill Challenge, which is national stock market game, and our team took 4th place, which was absolutely one of the coolest experiences.
And you know what, Mitch, the Capitol Hill Challenge is so cool, you guys, because a school is selected in each one of our congressional representatives districts. And so Valley Vista was the only school playing in that district. And we've never had a national place team in Arizona. So that is a great accomplishment. And I appreciate you just making those opportunities for your kids, Mitch.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to add?
I was just going to add, when during the award ceremony, not Martha McSally, not our senator, Kristen Sinema and Mark Kelly. Amazing things about Valley Vista, and I was like, oh my God, this is great.
And we have a recording that we can share with the district level news, for press release and that kind of thing. And he's right. That's so great. That's a good feeling.
It was really cool.
So Dr. Dean, will you share with everybody your role?
Absolutely. So I'm Jim Dean, and I'm the interim superintendent in the Dysart School District. Or I'm sorry, we just rebranded for Dysart Schools. Let me make sure I say that correctly. This is the second time that I've had the opportunity to be part of a recognition for Ashlynn since May. She was awarded Dysart Education Foundation scholarships at a dinner there, and then today as well. So Ashlynn, we expect that you'll be taking over the world in about 2 weeks. That's a great thing. I do want to say this. First of all, congrats, Mr. Pinda. Great job. Congrats, Ashlynn. And thank you to the Arizona Council for Economic Education. We're absolutely thrilled to have a student recognized in teams as well. So great job there. And the last thing I want to say is thank you to our board member, Traci Sawyer-Sinkbeil, for being here today. And Ashlynn, just so that you're aware, we are locking you up right now for 4 years from now. Don't consider teaching elsewhere. We'll take care of you. You come back and work with us. And I happen to know, again, knowing Lori and knowing Ashlynn, that this runs in the family. So you're going to be a great educator as well. And just know that the Peoria School District is no place for you. Your place is.
Thank you.
That's for you, Monica.
I know you're doing it. I was just
Those are my roots, Dr. Dean. Those are my roots.
And Traci, welcome and thank you. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Traci Sawyer-Sinkbeil, and just like Dr. Dean said, I'm one of the governing board members for Dysart, and I did have the awesome opportunity to give Ashlynn her diploma when she walked across the stage. So to be a part of today's honor, it was, to me, it's just a icing on the cake. So I know Ashlynn is just going to do awesome and extraordinary things throughout her life. She just has that gumption. And I could say I'm Ashlynn's mom, but it probably wouldn't work since Lori's already taken that thunder. Awesome mom, and we're just glad that she has taken this extra step. And we know that she is going to be one of our best students, but then all of our students are. So she's going to be really flying high. So congrats, Ashlynn, and glad to see you once again.
Thank you so much. I am going to have my colleague introduce herself in just a moment, but I'm going to hold off until I share just a little about Ashlynn's essay, and then Monica's going to talk to you a little bit. So the prompts, I wanted to share with a little bit about what was her winning, what did she include, and what wowed the judges. And so the high school students were asked to, here is the prompt, describe 3 things you learned about investing that you didn't know before participating in the stock market game. Explain how this can help your future and help others. If you were investing $100,000 to perform well over the next 30 years, what stocks, bonds, and mutual funds would you choose and why? So some of the highlights of Ashlynn's essay is that she said that the 3 things she learned was not to get too attached to a particular stock, the future is hard to predict, and simple is good. And then she went on to talk about some of the resources she learned, that the certain particular website bar chart that she thought was very helpful. And I can tell, it seems from the essay, and Monica's going to ask you a few questions, that your approach was a little more conservative, because it was kind of stay the course and slow your roll, but that these were, with good research, that was a wise way to go. And so these are judged by financial industry experts. I don't judge these. And so I just want you guys to know that we don't see them until we see the results. And so that impressed them. And I'm going to turn it over to Monica to introduce herself and give her a chance to ask you a few questions, if you're okay with that, Ashlynn.
Sorry, I'm still on mute. Yes.
Well, good morning and the grind of adulthood. Welcome to not only this group, but the day-to-day of the grind. And I am so grateful to get to meet you personally and to hear your fellow administrators speak so highly of you. And yes, I do come from Peoria Unified, not only as a teacher, but a board member. I promise I will not stake you out in the future. But what I do want to share is basically to what Kathy had shared from your essay is keep your options open when it comes to where your career is going to take you. Even though I'm an elementary ed with a bachelor's degree, I ended up in finance. And it was quite interesting to learn that you said, stay the course. I worked for an institution that had that same perspective. So I will jump right into asking your first question and practice your impromptu skills. What was your inspiration for writing the essay?
Well, Mr. Pinda had made it an option for us, and it was kind of mid towards the end of our stock market game. And I actually started online econ, and I moved to in the classroom, and it just like was first off so much better. And right away I was in the stock market game, which was so cool. Like it was just a different way of learning, and I just found it really, really like interesting. And it actually helped me learn that part of it better. And when he showed us the InvestWrite and like showed us all the like the winnings and like stuff like that, I was like, all right, let's see if I can do this. So I just gave it a shot and wrote my essay.
That is phenomenal. The fact that you are able to connect analytical data results into a written, coherent, stellar piece is something that you should use in your resume from here on out. Because I can't tell you how many times you will ask to send in a sample work or can you transcribe an email communication. But the fact that you were able to put research and thought into a strong piece is a big win. And then I will follow up with, what did you learn from these lessons and experiences? If you think about a couple takeaways, what sticks out?
Well, I had mentioned in my essay that I had recently come into some money because of a prior accident that I was in. And like, at the time I was like, what the heck am I going to do with this? Because I didn't know. So I think just the stock market game in general really gave me that guide to like the different things that I can do with that. And even just with money in the future. And like, so I think that was probably my biggest takeaway from it, is just, it showed me my options really financially. And it taught me what was safe, what wasn't, like that there's different routes to take with it too.
Definitely, these are lessons that adults way past your time need to hear time and time again. So thank you for sharing those learned lessons. I hope all of you were taking notes because I definitely was. And thank you again for your commitment to financial literacy and economics and putting it your all. It definitely paid off.
That is awesome. And Ashlynn, I think that everybody here would be so excited to have advice from you, even just from what you learned. But we really are excited about that. And Mr. Pinda, I know that I hope you would continue in your stock market game experience, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to see your teams this fall, perhaps.
Definitely. You're going to see my teams this fall.
I know you're trying to get that first place win from Boulder Creek and other schools.
Right. I haven't gotten first yet. So definitely we're going to try for that. Unfortunately, we are uneligible for the Capitol Hill Challenge for 2 more years.
But once you're invited, then they invite other schools. So
yeah,
so I believe, Ashlynn, we sent you a package, and Mitch, I know that we sent you an envelope, and so ACEE recognizes students with awards, and for this award for the state high school winner, we went ahead and sent you just a small token that helps recognize it. So if you want to open that and share with everybody what is in your package.
And she doesn't know, so this is a surprise.
She doesn't. Oh, okay.
Not that I know. She just...
$10.
So you can hold it up on the screen.
10. Okay.
Some fun little swag from the Arizona Council on Economic Education. Certificate. We're going to take a picture of that. A check for
$100.
$100 for yes. So congratulations, and with framed copy of your certificate of your essay. It should be in there too. Hopefully, it didn't break in the mail. If it did, we will redo it. So we framed her essay so she can hang that. A $100 check for you, Ashlynn. And in addition, we just really hope to keep in touch with you and find out what you're doing. I will tell you at U of A, if economics is interesting to you, I know you're going to study elementary ed and math, but there's a fantastic Women in Economics Club at U of A that my former student was just the president of this year. But if you're interested in me connecting you with some of those women that we know at ACEE, it's a cool club to get involved in. So I would be happy to connect you with that club. Mitch, do you have your certificate handy?
I do not. Apparently, I haven't checked the mail in a while, but
okay. Well, we could take a quick picture with Ashlynn holding up her certificate, perhaps, Monica, do you think?
Yes.
And maybe we'll frame it. I don't know if that's
probably
too much.
This way. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the way to block kind of.
I'll let Monica direct you.
Yeah. If you would just put it up just a little.
Over your right shoulder is perfect.
And down on your face. Yeah, that perfect. That works. Ready? 1, 2.
Ready.
Excellent. Got it.
Okay.
All right. Dr. Dean or Traci, do you have any closing statements for Ashlynn?
Actually, just keep it going, Ashlynn. Like I said before, you are going to do some fabulous things, and especially since you have your mom in your corner, and then also Mitch and everybody else, you are going to do great things. So keep it going. Keep it going.
Congrats, Ashlynn. Great things ahead for you. Dysart Schools. Dysart Schools.
I got it.
Anybody else? Any closing words?
It goes right into your savings account.
I was going to say, Ashlynn, what are we doing with this $100?
What are you going to do with that money, Ash?
I don't know.
She has a really big housing bill coming due.
I'm sure.
Very big housing bill coming.
Well, best of luck to you. And thank you, everybody, for being here just to celebrate our accomplishments of Ashlynn and Mr. Pinda. And best of luck to your school year as well, Mr. Pinda. And Monica, did we get enough pictures or do we need anything else in closing?
Oh, I was snipping away, and thank you. We will be making social media posts, and of course, tagging our governing board member and our superintendent, and of course Dysart and team. Thank you so much for your commitment to our students. They all impact us in one way or another, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Monica.
you guys so much. Have a fantastic day.